Hey everybody. Sorry, was just taking care of something outside and I thought, man, I'm gonna run out of time. My intro's almost over. Um and my phone is just going off like crazy. I don't know if my aunt's been messaging me not all evening, but for the past hour or so, been messaging me wanting to come visit me again. Hey, Blissful. And I just haven't had time to message her back. She's wanting to come like in October, which, truth be told, we got some time. It ain't even August yet. Um, but I think the only day I'm going to be able to work out that I could take off because I don't have too many more days left unless I want to take off without pay, and I don't really want to do that. Um, when I wanted to make sure I took Halloween off, but truth be told, I really, I love spending time with her, but Halloween is usually a big day for me. It's my all-time favorite holiday, and I know that probably sounds blasphemous to a lot of people, um, but it literally it is, and it has been my favorite holiday for a long time. There's probably a short amount of time when I was a kid that Christmas was my favorite holiday, but you know, uh, the job when I was working for the library system, I would take off every Halloween just because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't working nights um, on Halloween so I could hand out kids to the little trick or treaters and um, DJ says screw Christmas. Oh man. Um, so anyway, I have a lot of stuff I like to do on Halloween, and she's gonna want to go out and eat, and she's gonna bring this friend of hers, and all that stuff. And I don't know. I just don't know what to tell her. I think I'm just probably gonna have to enlist my mom's help or something. Um, but anyway, that's what I had been dealing with for the past hour. And I was trying to get caught up on Joe Bob because I didn't really get to watch Joe Bob or didn't get to watch Joe Bob at all on Friday because, I was having fun elsewhere with the Dead Pit Boys and Jay Real talking about all things Jaws for the Jaws fan commentary. So, anyways, I don't really have anything to talk about on the Daily Grindhouse, so I'm probably going to skip that tonight. Um, but I've got the link in case anybody wants to join me live on the stream for the commentary. And also, I'm going to put can't even spell or something, but anyway. My hat, for some reason, is really bothering me today. It just keeps sliding down. So I may have to leave it off for a while or for the whole time. But again, hopefully you guys are going to be watching this movie and not looking at me, per se. But I'm trying to get the link back in there for Sleepaway Camp from YouTube in case those are those of you that don't have your own copy of it. Oh my gosh, what is this keyboard doing? I didn't have my ducks in a row, obviously. So there we go. We've got not only the StreamYard link in case somebody wants to join me live on the stream. I don't know what's going on with my hair, but it's not really wanting to lay down. So I apologize for it being sort of freezing carrying on. So I got the link for StreamYard in case any of you want to join me live on the stream for this commentary. Hey, Unseen. I also have the link, the YouTube link, in case you don't have your own copy. I'm not meaning to show off, but this is the copy that I'm going to be watching it on, which is my signed copy of the Blu-ray that's signed by both Felissa Rose and Catherine Comey, who played Meg in the movie. I think everybody knows who Felissa Rose played in the movie. Um, but anyways, hey, Darren. Leslie, you say today has been squirrels everywhere. Just go with it. LOL. Yeah. Speaking of squirrels, actually, I just went out to get something inside of something I had delivered, and there was a squirrel that scared the shit out of me because I just heard this rustling over on this tree close to where I was at our gate back here. And then I looked and I was like, oh, you scared me to death, squirrel. And then it started going at me because I guess it was mad at me. You know how they kind of get on you a little bit when and kind of chatter at you when you're kind of in their space. Let's see. Leslie, you say I love and I'm so excited for Halloween. Yeah, I'm always in the mood. Yeah, exactly, TJ. uh, but yeah, I'm always excited about Halloween, and it feels like, even though we're towards the end of July here, I still feel like we're edging ever closer to Halloween. Um, so, um, Dirk said something about coming in on this watch along tonight because, of course, he was watching 1990s It with his 6-year-old last night. And then we recorded the Eurocult show today, me, Steve, Darren, and Dirk. And hey, Blair. So, um, Dirk didn't really say anything about it then, but I didn't remind him either. So he may show up. If he does, great. I'll add him. If not, like I always say, the show will go on. Uh, TJ's going to join me though. Hot dog. So at least one person's going to join me, and he's got Meg sucks. Meg does suck, but Kathy Comey, she's a sweetheart. So she was just good at her job, is all I can tell you. But let's see. Hey, Uncle Bill. Uncle Bill says, you ever seen Monster Dog, Dana? This movie is insanely shitty. um, Monster Dog was one of those movies I remember seeing the cover of, but I cannot honestly say whether I have seen it or not. But that's that one of those Claudio Fragrasso movies, isn't it? And it's got Alice Cooper on it. Uh TJ Blissel says she's given up on the smoking jacket, Hope. He's giving the thumbs up, Blissful. uh, you say, yep. Okay. So I just wanted to tell everybody I may have to step away here in a little bit, but if TJ's going to be on here with me, he can entertain you for a couple of minutes while I go, or maybe just a minute, and go get a root beer. I had a craving for A&W diet or zero sugar root beer. So, well, just had a craving for root beer in general, but A&W is my favorite kind. I mean, I know there's Barks and Mug and all those other kinds, but A&W kind of has remained my favorite over the years. But anyway, I got some Long John Silvers earlier, and there's a A&W in with the Long John Silvers. And it seems like about 9 times out of 10, if I order a a fish combo meal and I order a diet root beer, they forget it every freaking time. And I was like, damn, I was looking forward to that root beer. And so I just got me my own root beers. I've got me several to drink now. So when that one gets cold, I may have to go in there and get it and take care of my root beer craving. Hey, Gizmo. Okay. Oh, okay, Dirk. We can definitely give you so you want us to go ahead and go into it when we get ready to, and then you'll get caught up with us in 10 minutes because that works. That works for me. And I'm sure it works for TJ. TJ's usually not picky, so I don't think he'll have a problem. Um, so, since I don't have anything really to talk about on the Daily Grindhouse, I will go over the upcoming watch alongs, and I have an additional one to add for um, for September 2nd. I was just looking at my calendar here. I think September 2nd, I am going to do Phantasm. So I realize I haven't done a watch along for Phantasm, so I think that one would be one to do. And I may, after this is over, I may come up with some more so that the next time I talk to you guys about watch alongs, I'll have the whole month of September lined out. So let's go ahead. Oh, and by the way, I don't think this person is going to show, but I did take a chance, kind of being like CK was trying to get Pamela Springsteen to come on for the Sleepaway Camp 3 fan commentary. But I contacted Felissa Rose through Facebook last night and told her that I was doing a watch along for Sleepaway Camp, and I sent her the StreamYard link and told her if she was interested, she was welcome to, come on. But I never did hear anything from her. If she does pop in here, that would be awesome to have her on here because she's a really sweet person. But if not, we'll just carry on with those of us that are in here and those of you in the chat and all of that. So now TJ says if you get Pamela Springsteen, that's when the rapture happens. Yeah, I would think so with this point. Thank you, Blissful. Blissful says, please hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, Darren, it's always worth a try. That's what I was thinking last night. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? She either says no or she doesn't show. That's the two worst things that could happen. So it never hurts to try. So anyway, let's see. July 22nd, Jaws 2. July 23rd is the John Cusack joint Say Anything. Like I've said the last few times, this is probably my all-time favorite John Cusack movie. July 29th, Sleepaway Camp 2. July 30th, I'll be doing my own watch-along for Sleepaway Camp 3. August 5th will be my first ever two-part watch-along. That's going to be for Stephen King's Salem's Lot, directed by the late, great Tobe Hooper. So part 1 will be August 5th, followed on August 6th with part 2. August 12th will be what should go down in history as one of the most infamous watch-alongs ever done and ever committed to YouTube. And that is for Terror on Tour. I'm still trying to get both Uncle Bill and CK to be on there with me, plus anybody else that wants to join in. August 13th will be what a lot of people refer to as one of the best rock and or music movies ever made, and that's Almost Famous. August 19th will be the original Pet Sematary. August 20th, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. August 26th, the original Carrie, directed by Brian De Palma. August 27th will be Mystic Pizza. Hopefully, I'll be able to actually be eating a Mystic Pizza, or albeit a frozen one. I'd have to go to Connecticut to get the real thing. And I just don't have time to do that. So that'll have to be the best we could do. And now September 2nd will be Phantasm. So mark all those on your calendar, guys and gals, because I think all of these, well, I always have fun with the watch-alongs. Darren, you said, what films did Joe Bob do this week? He did Alligator and Grizzly. And I was actually back there watching part of Alligator a little bit earlier because I love that movie. I like Grizzly, but I believe I like Alligator quite a bit more than Grizzly. It might be a nostalgia thing because I remember, watching Alligator several times growing up. Okay. So, for those of you that are going to be watching along tonight, depending on what you're using to watch it on, if you're using the Blu-ray, this is the one I have is the Scream Factory Blu-ray, and I've got mine queued up. 10 seconds in, it says, "In fond memory of Mom, a doer." So I thought that was a good place to get queued up on. And if you're using the Sleepaway, the YouTube link for it, let me see if I can figure out okay. So the "In Fond Memory of Mom, a Doer" is about 3 seconds in on that version. So if you want to get queued up that way, in case you're using the YouTube version. And by the way, this is a really good transfer. This has got, I think it's taken from the Blu-ray, I think it says. So it looks really, really good. So I will give everybody about a minute or two to get queued up if you're going to be watching this tonight. And then if I don't hear anybody yelling, wait, we'll get started here about, I don't know, 7:22. And then we'll get, when Dirk gets on here, we'll get him all caught up and give him a timestamp. Plus, we can give anybody else a timestamp that needs one as well if they come in here later. So, did everybody have a wonderful weekend? I hope everybody did. I think I'm going to go ahead and add TJ on here, so I can always talk to TJ too till we get ready here. Hey, TJ.
Howdy, campers.
TJ's got a damn Madman shirt on.
I knew you'd say that. I was going to wear my Burning shirt, but I'm like, nah, I got the Madman shirt.
Oh, man. I don't know.
I didn't want to be predictable and wear a Sleepaway Camp shirt because I could have worn that too. But
yeah, I have a Sleepaway Camp. Is it a Sleepaway Camp 3 shirt? I don't even know where that thing's at now. Might be in storage somewhere. Because I got that one when I was a lot thinner, so it may not even fit me very good now. So, yeah.
I got a Sleepaway Camp 2 shirt that has the Happy Camper song with a drawing of Angela, singing the song.
That's cool. All right, so Dirk's in the house. Let's go ahead and add Dirk here.
What's up, Dirk?
Hey, Dirk.
I got a.
Must be cold in there, Dirk.
Dirk's got his, I guess that's vape.
Okay, I had to get that shit out of there because I hit the link and then it does the double damn thing and all that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the most technically inclined
That's okay. Some days I'm not so sure about myself, and I've been working with computers and gadgets for a long time, but still,
Y'all doing all right?
yeah,
What
yeah.
were you saying? It's cold in here? Must be cold in here.
The smoke is like your breath when it's cold.
Oh yeah.
He's on the Exorcist set or something where they in those refrigerated rooms.
Right.
I hate CGI cold when they have they put in the CGI because it always looks fake, and I'm like, why? It looks terrible. And then they forget sometimes, and I'm like, if it's the same scene, why does only one person have breath and the other one? Whatever.
Right. Yeah, it only happens at the time they're talking or something, and yeah.
The new Exorcist is gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
They have the wheel in what's her face because she's like 80,000 years old. So
yeah, she's actually. I've heard her talk though. She's actually pretty. She's not all. She gets around pretty good for her age. Ellen Burstyn.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not confident in that script. The writing is going to be her acting is. She still probably got it, but their writing sucks. I imagine.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh man. So Dirk, how you watching this tonight? I didn't ask TJ.
I don't have anything. I mean, I got a TV right here, but I can probably pull it up on my monitor right here. Is that how y'all doing it?
I'm using my Blu-ray, and I've got the Blu-ray drive here, and got it going through my computer. So
right, okay. So I'll just do it through a link.
That YouTube link is pretty good. That's a Blu-ray transfer of it.
Okay. Let's see. Believe it or not, I don't have a physical copy of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any of them on disc?
None of the Sleepaways, no. And I'd only have the worst one if I got any of them.
Darren, please.
Oh goodness! I don't know if I should put that up there.
What?
But I find myself laughing at it. Sorry, TJ.
I hate that whole speech. Fucking Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah, that was bad though. That was real bad.
Well, that's when it's in that video, which you can't play anymore because of the audio. I hated that part. I was like, oh, it ruined the whole thing for me.
Oh, did it? When it got to that, I was like, damn. Well, Dirk really got us good talking about Halloween Kills. That was funny, though.
Okay. I think I got it loaded up.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get it.
So the YouTube link is about 3 seconds in because I've got mine 10 seconds in.
Okay.
On the Blu-ray, I'm on the part that says "in memory of."
Right. That's where I'm
Mom, at. In fond memory of Mama Doer. So Blissful's ready. I don't hear anybody else screaming. Hey, Uncle Bill, by the way, are you coming on here too, or are you just in here just to make sarcastic comments?
That's what made him famous.
I think that's what made him and
CK
most famous.
Yeah.
Honesty. Honesty made him famous.
Yeah, well, at that point in time, and even now, there's a shortage of honesty when people are talking about
right
movies,
especially in politics.
In politics too, yeah.
Politics. Every side, the Republican, Democrat, whatever else there is.
You can't.
Yeah, really I'm out all. I ain't got a pig in the mud.
The Whig Party, whatever.
What I say, I don't have a pig in the mud in that fight.
So. Darren, did you want to join in tonight, or I don't even know. I can't remember if Darren's even got. I mean, he could use the YouTube link if he wanted to, but
yeah.
So
that was probably on the video nasties list, wasn't it? Sleepaway Camp.
gosh, I'm trying to remember.
Sleepaway Camp? I don't think so.
Oh, how did that sneak by?
I don't know. Some of them, I wonder how exactly they
I
did.
definitely know it wasn't in the 39 that was prosecuted. I don't think it was in the 72. The first, that 72 list is the main
Right.
one.
Maybe where Mary Whitehouse, Desiree Gould's performance resonated with her, so she's like, "Oh, I'm not going to put this one."
Because I think there's 154 total video nasty.
So Darren said it wasn't a nasty, and Darren
Right.
would know, I would think.
Right.
So. I didn't remember seeing it on the list, but I thought, well, maybe.
You would think it would be, though.
Yeah.
But a lot of them were just caught because of the title. Just like that movie Axe. I mean.
Yeah.
Or
something about the cover art set Mary Whitehouse and those other people off.
I know she personally despised Eaten Alive. So she went after that one pretty hard.
Okay, so if everybody is ready, and if, like I say, if anybody wants to come in a little later, we can always get them up to speed, and we'll get it all taken care of. So we'll do the 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and get this started. So 3, 2, 1. Press play. And I know I've talked about this before, but I'll say it real quick again. I did not watch these movies in order. I saw 2 and 3 before I even saw the original one.
What a beautiful
I've seen the first one first, and it shocked the shit out of me.
I bet.
I was like, what the shit? At the end, I remember watching it on HBO. That's how I seen it the first time.
Was you way too young to be watching it, Dirk?
Oh, hell yeah. It was like, what, 86 or something like that?
Oh, wow, yeah. Because Dirk's younger than I am. He's like a year or so younger than I am. So.
I'll never forget that shit, though. I think I watched it, and because they play a lot of good stuff on HBO late at night, especially on the weekends. I remember watching that and Return of the Living Dead.
Robert Earl Jones
together. Yeah.
Wonder if James Earl Jones knew his dad was in this, and it's like, why did you do that movie?
Yeah.
Trying to ruin my Darth Vader career.
Yeah,
right.
That's
his best roles in Exorcist 2.
Oh God, Exorcist.
They were trying to make that seem like a better movie than it was with the cast. He's good in what is it? With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Conan.
He's good in that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Here's the question I have. Robert Hiltzik, the guy that directed this one, what in the hell happened between this one and Return to Sleepaway Camp? Return to Sleepaway Camp's just awful.
I never watched it.
You don't need to, Dirk.
Yeah, I never watched
in my opinion. God, it's awful.
I've heard so much bad shit about it. I stayed away. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
I just can't understand how a guy could make a movie like this and then years later turn around and make that. But I mean,
Ravager.
Yeah, but Don Coscarelli didn't direct that though.
Yeah, but I mean, still, you think you had this as a template, you at the original, and then you make that movie, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So we went from fall to summer-ish because you can see the trees are still kind of just turning, it looks like.
So we're going back in the past here, supposedly. This little girl is so. Actually, both the little girl and the little boy are so cute here.
This come out in 84, 85,
83, I think.
83, yeah.
83? Okay. Because I've probably seen it around 86.
Are they supposed to be twins, or are they just very young? I was thinking of that earlier.
I wondered about that too, but I don't think they ever have hinted one way or the other whether they're twins or not.
Because they seem very close in age. So,
X-Ray says, did Robert Hiltzik even make anything between those two movies? First film wasn't even that great. Let's be real. Oh, come on, X-Ray. This looks great.
It's nostalgia for me, but maybe I'm a little biased.
Only thing anyone remembers is the ending with the screaming penis.
No, I remember the creepy ass cook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the staff of this camp that's coming up soon.
Oh, right. This is the most reprehensible.
What does he say? It's been a while. He said something about chicken or something.
Yeah, he says, look at all that young, fresh chicken. And then he talks about baldies.
Yeah. Woo, Lord.
But he said that during the interview. I don't know how he got the job.
But they said that Owen Hughes was just the nicest, sweetest guy, and he would be always off to himself when they were not on set doing the movie, reading. He was a very intellectual guy too, but he did good at playing this
scumbag
pedophile cook.
So we get the little flashback scene later, but when we first watched this, did we think those two were just brothers, maybe? Or
I don't know what I thought the first
except
time.
When that scene comes up, you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, because the later scene, it's like, ooh, there's no doubt what's going on there. But
this girl is terrible.
So let's see if we can see the dummies in the boat here when it runs over. There's the dummies. Well, and there's some other dummies too because they did a stupid thing.
I might be a little ahead of y'all. I'm at 5:58.
I'm at 6:07 or 6:08 right now.
Okay.
The guy's just staring. The guy.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do. But
I remember the aunt. It's creepy as shit.
She's in a movie with Leslie Donaldson called Tales of Poe. Have you ever seen that, Dana?
Tales of Poe, you said?
Tales of Poe, yeah. It's like
I don't think I've seen
short stories of Edgar Allan Poe. And
I might like to check it out though.
It's a very weird movie. I think this movie's weird. No, that wouldn't do it all.
I don't know if I should read off what X-Ray put here. Somebody might get a little upset over that. So, but he does say it has.
Well, it was filmed in Jersey, and they all have Jersey accents. So yeah,
Jersey Shore and Long Island vibe. Now that doesn't bother me. It might bother some people, but
I love her. I believe there's a whole bag. I'm almost terrible.
My bad.
She's so good.
Yeah,
she passed away a few years ago. It's sad.
She did. If you watch Felissa Rose here in these scenes, she's almost starting to break up with laughter. And she even smiles a little bit, which Angela is obviously not supposed to do. But how could you not keep from laughing at her?
Right. I'm going to wait a minute. I think I'm way ahead now. Where are y'all at?
Aunt Martha's saying, I just kept reminding myself, and she's talking about tying a string around her finger.
What's the timestamp, you know?
Let's see. 8:12. 8 minutes, 12
okay.
seconds.
I'm at 8:35. I got to pause.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to just. roll with it.
She has to get her physicals because I am a doctor.
Man.
Y'all seen Insidious 2, right?
Uh-huh.
I think I did. Pretty
Or is
sure.
it Insidious 1? I always get that vibe from this woman, like the idea of the maybe they took it from this. I don't, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
In Insidious,
The mother, you mean? In the
not the mother.
Oh,
yeah, the wicked mother was trying to
the evil mother. Yeah.
Trying to make her son or girl or whatever. I don't know.
I just noticed, like in the last year or so, when I watched this movie, that Angela actually has a barrette in her hair that says Angela on it. I'm like, how did I miss that for all these years?
HD. That's how.
Yeah, but I watched it for several years in HD, and I didn't notice it until more recent.
Right.
And
that's like.
I think that girl that just ran by with the red or orange bag, I think that was one of Felissa Rose's cousins. I think she has 2 or 3 cousins in this.
Yeah, it looks like it's starting to be fall. So this is they filmed this, later in the season.
There's the great Mike Kellen who died not long after this movie was made. He was actually very ill.
Are y'all at that party?
It's just about theirs.
Yeah.
About the chicken.
Yeah, look at all that.
Well, I come from this guy should.
Yeah.
And then James Earl Jones' dad is just like, "Oh, you're crazy."
Yeah, I'm gonna go
it's
back
just
in the
so
kitchen.
overlooked. Like, I bet it was. I mean, it probably was a lot like that back then.
Seems like that. You're crazy. Yeah, no. Okay, these kids are way too excited for camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to camp. It wasn't nothing like this shit. I went to boys' club camp, and it was pretty hardcore.
That kid was 20. I think that just went by.
Yeah.
At least they're like all these kids are actually kids. They're not like 30-year-olds playing 15-year-olds.
I think Jonathan Tiersten, who plays Ricky, I think he was maybe around 16 or so. So, and maybe 15, but he was definitely older than Felissa Rose. Felissa Rose was like 13 when this movie was made, and she had a little mini romance with Jonathan Tiersten, and I mean, it wasn't like he was 18 or anything. If he was 18, it might have been a little, but
we wear short shorts.
I recently seen a guy at a convention. He put out a YouTube video, and he was at Texas Frightmare. And I think she was there. I know Felissa Rose was there, but he had a GoPro, but it's kind of like a concealable one. And he was going around and getting all this footage from all the celebrities while he was talking to them. He uploaded it, and she noticed it. What's her name? Meg? That's not Meg, right?
Oh, are you talking about Felissa Rose? Or are you talking about
Judy?
Yeah, the wicked chick right here.
Oh, that's Judy. It's gosh, help me out here.
She noticed them trying to get all the footage though. It was funny, man.
Just totally forgetting her name all of a
sudden. Karen Fields.
Karen Fields.
Yeah.
And there is Kathy Kami, who I also met.
Bitch.
Yeah.
How is she a counselor?
She looks so thrown off right there. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Now Susie is the good counselor.
She I can believe is a counselor. The other girl is just like, first of all, she doesn't look any older than the actual like campers. But like, Yeah. I don't know if we're doing spoilers, but I have so many comments about Judy.
Oh yeah, you can do
Oh, yeah.
spoilers, TJ.
I'm sure everybody.
So do you think that? Well, I don't want to get it's sort of a sensitive subject, especially nowadays, talking about like the themes of this movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure when they made it, they probably weren't thinking how it would affect people down the line. But so all right. First of all, I want to say Angela's forced to be Angela. She had no saying that her aunt forced it on her.
Exactly.
Probably did some weird torture stuff or brainwashing stuff. So just wanted to say that. So things like, all right, so she's staring at Judy there. Now, is that because she's confused about should she be attracted to Judy? Or she's a girl, should she be attracted to boys? See, that's a big dilemma throughout this whole movie with her, too.
Yeah, I think she is confused because there's that whole scene that happens later where she's making out with Christopher Collette's character, Paul, and all of a sudden she says no, but before that she was seeing flashbacks to Angela and Peter were looking at their father with his lover, and so I think there's definitely a lot of confusion there.
Now I wonder if when they did the movie, did they think of that, or did it just stare at her weird? Not there was nothing really behind it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, or if maybe Felissa Rose kind of added her own touches to it.
She was 13. I'm sure Felissa Rose didn't know all about sexuality that much about especially
not today's, like a 13-year-old today knows way more.
Yeah, 13-year-old today is like a 30-year-old.
Right.
It's scary what a 13-year-old girl would know now.
Yeah, it is scary because I got a stepdaughter, and
if Uncle Bill is watching this still, he's probably screaming now thinking about his girls.
My dad never sent me to camp because he was afraid I'd get, something would happen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he probably didn't want you in the Boy Scouts either, did he?
So I was an altar boy, so.
Oh, okay. Not even gonna.
He was very not religious, but very brought up Christian Catholic and stuff. So he thought, oh yeah, church is fine. Years later, guess what happened? Anyway,
I was raised Southern Baptist, and then the preacher man got caught with another woman, and the whole everybody stopped going to church after that.
Yeah, I was raised Southern Baptist too. Dirt.
Okay, so this dude would have been fired right now because he was caught with his pants down.
Literally, yeah. Yeah, and all
and he's fixing his belt still, and no one says anything.
Right.
Mel just kind of looks at him weird and then puffs on his cigar some more.
Mel is just in denial until near the end where he's just totally stupid. And then earlier with Meg, I'm like, if she's supposed to be a counselor, I know it's a movie and all that crap, but shouldn't Meg know how to deal with children if she's going to be a counselor? Oh, I don't know what to do with her. I've been with her for 5 minutes and she won't eat. Why don't you give her a break, you dumb bitch?
She got to camp. She might be homesick. Could be a lot of things.
Now, I know he's feeding a lot of kids at the camp, but isn't that pan just a little too big?
Yeah.
I've never seen a pan.
I've never seen one that big. No. And we make damn jambalaya down here.
Yeah, right.
Gumbos and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there ain't even, I'm in Kentucky where they make a lot of burgoo. And I ain't seen a pan that tall that somebody was making burgoo in either.
What's burgoo? I'm not familiar with it.
Burgoo is kind of like a meat and vegetable stew. It's not like soup. It's really thick, and it's absolutely delicious. I mean, it has chicken
Is
and
this similar to
beef.
gumbo in a way? You think?
Maybe a little bit,
Because
but I'm
gumbo, you
sure.
can put pretty much anything in it, you know.
Right. It's kind of like you put everything in: beef,
Mhm.
chicken, potatoes, corn, all this. You just basically put all this stuff in there. And but boy, is it good! I grew up on that kind of stuff.
Right.
That and mutton, and they do put mutton in it too.
Maybe that's like a pot that they use like in Vietnam or whatever when they were cooking for the troops in the bar.
Right. I don't. That's a bit much though. I've never seen one that damn big.
I think if you listen to the commentary for this, somebody asked what would you need a pan that big for?
Oh damn tribe.
So everybody knows those were not Felissa Rose's hands, right? That pulled the chair away.
That ain't there. That's not her.
No, that's Hardy's.
By the way, with the camera work, they're telling you right now that the killer is somebody who's not that tall. So it leaves out a lot of okay, who was the killer? That's a pretty good effect makeup there.
Yeah,
A little bubble there.
Yeah.
I always thought that was really cool. I mean, a lot of it,
It
even
still
on
holds
this
up.
Blu-ray, it
Yeah.
looks like real blisters.
Still holds up for sure. I finished the damn Argento cut of Yawn of the Dead.
Without falling asleep, Dirk.
What?
Did you like it better?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
So Darren says the one guy always reminds me of Bon Scott. I think that was a little bit earlier. And he also says summer camps were never a thing in the UK. Gizmo says time is 2 a.m. and I'm on my 5th coffee. Just a 30-second stretch before I work again. Cool to see you still running hard on the stream. Oh yeah, Gizmo. I think I did something all last.
She never stops.
Yeah.
She's like Samara in the ring. She never sleeps.
She's a streamo-maniac.
That's how you got those hours built up so you could get paid for these videos.
Yeah.
Well, I got Dirk and John to thank for getting me my only $10 that I've gotten so far. But like me and Uncle Bill were talking one night, you're not going to make a living doing this, and I realized that going in. There's no way.
Some people do.
It's rare though.
It takes time and just
Luck.
Right.
Luck's the big
going
thing.
into it with that goal is the wrong thing.
Exactly. That's what Uncle Bill was saying that night, that if you are going into it like that, he said you're either delusional, narcissistic, something.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he had a little of the devil in him, yeah.
He had something.
He had a lot of the devil in him. See, everybody's laughing.
So that's James Earl Jones' dad?
Yep.
I didn't know that. Damn.
I knew it had to be. I didn't know it was his dad, but I thought it's got to be somebody in his family. So.
I don't know if he's been in anything else. I didn't look him up, but
I think
he probably did. I mean,
I think he had been on something else, but I can't recall.
I would imagine just knowing the history on a lot of these actors and their kids, and that's generally how it goes.
no, he was in The Sting and Trading Places, Maniac Cop 2.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Cotton Club. He's been a lot. He actually was in a few things. Yeah.
So here's the big mind over matter butt scene, face hitting butt scene. I would be pissed off if somebody did this to me. This is so gross.
I would never be down there for this to happen to me in the
I
beginning.
probably wouldn't either. I would like to
It's
say
so
that.
damn nostalgic seeing this shit though, because I remember wearing shit like this. It's so killer. I try to explain that to Tasha. She won't watch nothing old, and shit. This is what she shit.
I wish you could get her to watch stuff like this though, Dirk.
Yeah.
I grew up in the transitional period, so I would have my socks, like that, all the way up to my knees or whatever. And then one day in gym class, the kid was like, "Roll those down. That's not how you're supposed to wear them. You'll look like a weirdo." And I was like, "Okay." And then I think that was like as fashion was changing, so I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm dating myself there, but yeah.
You remember the '90s? Like you did y'all tight roll your jeans and stuff?
God,
I didn't do that, but
I can't even remember what I did with my jeans.
They did that tight roll.
I didn't do any of the fashion crap. I didn't do it. I just wore clothes. That's all I did.
I tried to be as in fashion as I could be, but hey, my family
Not like this.
My family was, probably I guess lower middle class. It's like I couldn't get all that stuff that
No, I'm just saying the tight roll though is just you know what I mean. You could do that with any pair of jeans.
Yeah, but I just can't remember if I did that or not.
Right.
Okay, this guy, the picture dude, he looks like he's like late 20s, 30 years old. The one with the USC shirt.
Oh, John Dunn.
Yeah, he definitely.
No, that's what's his name, Larice Salahan or something like that.
He should be a counselor. He's not. He can't be a kid. That makes no sense.
He's the one that
I never understood that shit. For dudes to be wearing that shit, I don't know.
Where they're showing their midriffs or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I never did get it. I mean, people did that shit here too.
Yeah. That would be considered very feminine now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
One of the greatest lines is in this scene. Boy, that's a special computer games back in 1983.
Oh, yeah, and he just drops it on the ground and, oh, shit, I got to go catch this ball.
Throw it, you nerd! And he falls. That's great. This is where it's like a comedy. All scenes like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like another movie with the campus and the killer that some people don't like that movie. Remember that? You want to talk about Dave? Partial comedy, but
gosh, I've never seen people get so mad over losing a little baseball game. I mean, I know they made bets, but
man, I've seen some crazy shit.
Of course,
on games.
I'll tell you where I saw some crazy shit at when my brother used to play t-ball. And it wasn't the kids. The kids were out there trying to have a good time. It was the parents that would get up there and yell at the coaches, yell at the kids, yell at the referees making the calls. And it's like they ruined it for the kids because they would get into it all the time.
I tell you, the fashion back then, you could barely tell the difference between the girls and the guys because everybody seems to be dressing all the same.
Yeah. And why is that guy wearing like a pink shirt and like dressy pants?
Preppy. He's a preppy.
The preps.
Is he going?
Because it was always like that here. You could tell a prep from a head.
Yeah.
Is what we called them.
Look at that hair, that perfect hair, and.
Right.
He's waiting to appear in Pretty in Pink as a background character.
Yeah. He was trying to be like James Spader.
Yeah. New Kids.
Oh man, he was wicked in that movie. Damn.
Oh yeah, I love that damn movie though.
I do too. My mom always liked that movie real well, but she said she said the bad ones in that were wicked.
I'm trying to remember that line. I crack up every time Spader says it that in that movie, that line. I can't remember what he says though. Oh shit. But if I put it on, no shit, it's automatic.
Wearing the shoes with no socks and so.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Damn plaid.
He just doesn't have. He's missing the sweater around his neck tied up.
Exactly. And then Mel comes in with his plaid golf pants.
He came for. Okay, Meg, you dumb whore.
Yeah, a dumb whore.
He's like 60 if he's a day, and she's into him. Really? Come on.
He could have been talking to Gino.
That's worse than the damn Jalo, isn't it? I mean, because in the Jolly, they're always it's an old man with a young woman.
But here it's just creepy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's Italy. That's different.
I've never seen I've seen some fights, but I've never seen a fight where people just all pile one on top of the other.
Yeah, like dog pile.
Yeah.
And they're not doing anything.
Right.
Doesn't Mel own the place? Like, wouldn't this get back to people? Like, oh,
Mel's just standing there looking. He's like, the counselors will take care of it.
This guy's a definite Guido. I'm Italian, so I can say that.
Yeah, well, you can get away with
the mesh shirt and the cross.
My wife's Italian too. She get away with it. I'm just a Heinz 57.
Nothing wrong with that, Dirk. There's a lot of us like that out there.
Okay, now Paul's talking about how he knows about what happened to her when she was younger. Wouldn't the counselors know about this? Hey, be careful because this girl's been through some stuff. Or am I thinking too much? Maybe they don't do that. Is that a real life thing? Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. I don't know.
I think Susie kind of alluded to something earlier, and she said, "You must be Angela," and she said, I think she turns to Meg and said, Ronnie told us something about her or something like that. It kind of alludes.
So Meg's even more of a bitch that she didn't even care about that.
Yeah. Okay.
So. Okay. She deserves what she gets. Yo, time to say goodnight.
Felissa Rose's eyes are black though, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're dark brown.
Right. Did y'all see CK's poster?
I hadn't watched that video yet. I need to take a look at it.
Oh, who's internet?
And Judy's just jealous of everybody because she wants to have all the attention in the world.
I cut out for a minute.
Oh.
He got a Madman poster.
Madman?
Yeah.
PJ's got his Madman shirt.
What?
Right. He got a killer Madman. It's like supposed to be the original artwork.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Got it signed and everything. Just framed it.
Well, I didn't need to see that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I didn't need to see that.
I thought the baseball game was over. There's a lot of balls on the field there.
Okay, this redhead here, the very tall redhead on the end, it's like, yeah. I'm not trying to say anything bad about anybody, but what these guys wouldn't want to be hanging out with her, trust me.
Some people, Joan Cusack, she was that tall.
Yeah.
She turned out okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you say Joan?
Joan Cusack. I think it's 16 Candles where she's like, she's got the big headgear on and she's trying to drink out of the fountain and she keeps like,
she uses a little skirt on the girl that's on her shirt.
Yeah, on her shirt. She wipes her face.
See, this is why you don't go out at night in boats with horny guys. You just don't.
This is like that scene in The Burning with what's her face when she gets naked.
Oh. So the girl playing Leslie here got mono because I guess the water was cold or something. She got sick.
Yeah, because it's fall.
And so I think Robert Hiltzick's wife, Missy, had to take over. So there's a split second when she's swimming away that's Robert Hiltzick's wife in the place of the actress. I don't really need to see this guy in his tidy whities either.
Look at the other side of the screen. It's okay. Baba Ray Baba Reba. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
That's obviously somebody with a short haircut.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit,
You getting excited for the TCM launch? Got like 33 days.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to ask you about that, Dirk. I meant to ask you about it yesterday. The game, you've already got yours pre-ordered. Now, when you pre-ordered it, were you able to pre-order a physical copy, or did you have? So, where'd you end up getting it? I can't find where I can get a physical copy.
Best Buy.
Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to check that out. I think that's the one place I didn't check.
It's only $40.
Not bad.
Considering
I want to make sure I get it.
PS5 game, they're pretty high.
Yeah. Steve says, "Why do you want to get that? You haven't even finished the Evil Dead game." And I said,
"You're not going to finish that game. It's not meant to finish."
That's what I'm beginning to think.
I mean, there is probably a story mode, but there's an online mode that's never going to end.
So. I'm trying to remember to see if there's I almost said a watch along, but a walkthrough for it.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of tutorials, plenty of content creators. They're already beta tested. People, because it's 3 killers and 4 survivors, which I think is killer.
I mean, I need walkthroughs for about everything that I played, unless it's like The Sims. If it's The Sims, you just get on there, you build your house, and I have that cheat code, the Motherlode cheat code, and get all the money. And
it's going to be cool though, because I've already seen, like, they got 3 maps. They got the gas station, the house, and the slaughter house, I think.
Okay.
Is what they got, but the house, I mean, it looks dead on. I mean, the people that made the game are big fans and shit, so everything's real accurate to the movie. I'm excited for it.
Me too.
I'll just get it on Steam.
Yeah, it's on all formats. It's gonna be on all formats.
Yeah,
and I think it's gonna be crossplay, like everybody.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. Yeah,
that's gonna be killer. Because I started to do that, and then I ended up getting a PS5, and I was like, well, and I only did that because my 4K player was screwing up, and I was like, well, shit, might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Was your 4K player a modded player, Dirk?
No,
it wasn't.
It's a Sony.
We've got a Sony modded 4K player, so we could, play the ones that were region locked.
Yeah,
and it's been acting sort of finicky. It'll get locked up and stuff like that. And I didn't know if because it was modded, did that cause it more or what?
I'm trying to remember. Somebody told me that happened to them too. A modded Sony was screwing up on them. And I just got a regular region-free Blu-ray player, and then I use the PS5 now for my 4K player.
Well, Steve's TV, his LG that was in our bedroom, went out on him recently. He went to turn it on and it wouldn't power on. It would just like flash up there one time
Mm.
and then would never come on all the way. So that was his only 3D TV.
Oh,
And so now
how long had he had that? The 3D been out a
he
while.
said he had it 10 or more years. So
Yeah.
He says, but now I got nothing to watch my 3D Blu-rays on. I said, well, Steve, we knew that was coming, because they don't even make the 3D TVs anymore.
Right.
Is it a law you have to play volleyball when you're at camp, or?
No, I never did.
Meg seems to think so.
Yeah, but who died and made Meg queen? That's what I want.
And then Judy can't remember her name, so she has to have a shirt that has it on.
Exactly. Felissa Rose made that comment on the commentary. She was like, and if you forgot her name's Judy.
And she's so bothered by it. Like, go on with your life, girl. The worst things are going to happen to you, believe me.
What does it say on that piece of wood or that sign or whatever on the left?
Psalm? I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Aw, they're a couple. Aw.
They wouldn't be if Paul knew that Angela's got a little extra equipment.
I think Judy's giving some serial killer vibes with her facial expressions and stuff.
She's just a bitch. She's a ultimate bitch.
Why does Angela get to talk to the girls when we have to play volleyball? Love her talk, the way she talks. It's so good. You ever see that short called Judy? It's supposed to be like a sequel. Yeah, that's weird.
It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
Are y'all excited about anything coming out?
I'm going to be excited to get my damn Severin and Vinegar Syndrome orders so I can, watch some stuff I've been looking forward to.
Right. Just can't get thrilled anymore, really, on movies, in the theaters.
No,
we gotta settle for what they put out because we're not gonna have movies for a little while. Any new ones? The whole strike business.
Did it? Speaking of that, did anybody watch that Sean Clark video he did about 8 minutes?
I didn't watch it. I seen the thumbnail. I need to check it out.
He started out, it was like it was sounding pretty grim as far as conventions and things like that. But then, as it went on, Sean was saying that he didn't think at this point, unless something changes, that as far as conventions, anybody had anything to worry about. Except he said he didn't think that the actors and actresses would be able to do panels at conventions until this whole thing is settled. But they can come and sign autographs and stuff like that.
They might lose a good percentage because a lot of people go to those panels.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and don't get autographs. They just go to the panels.
Right.
And
but
the main thing I heard about that is they can't talk about anything that they have been working on currently unless it's something that was already finished and it's ready to go out. But, so they can't talk about anything new or anything coming up, but they can talk about their past stuff.
Well, Sean was saying they can talk about past stuff as long as they're not promoting a new release of something. Though.
Yeah.
They can't talk about that because it supports the studios if they do it. Unfortunately.
I don't even know the details on any of that.
There's a lot of conflicting because everybody's going by comments that they see on TikTok and no one's looking for the full story. They just go oh, I'm seeing the soundbite, so that's where I learned stuff. It's you gotta look at it. You're really gonna I know a little bit about it, but not a lot. But,
from what Sean Clark was saying, that stuff really started hitting the fan when SAG released these rules that the actors and actresses were supposed to go by, and they were kind of vague. as far as what they could and could not do, because it had, conventions on there and stuff like that. Like it was saying that they couldn't make convention appearances at all. But then they clarified it a little bit more.
They feel like they're not getting paid what they should be, or
I don't know what caused the original strike.
A lot of things.
Well,
they wanted more money. This whole AI bullshit, which is like that makes sense. Like they can scan a background actor and then pay them once and never pay them again. Like they can put you in a movie. They can create, with all this digital.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, with all this new digital stuff they keep doing, like they can create voices and everything. They don't need people anymore.
That's garbage, though. Because people can see through that shit.
It's funny they have people like trying to like promote the AI and stuff, and like one woman was like, "Oh, you can get your favorite like TV show that was canceled, and you can create new episodes or a movie series, and it can keep going and going." And I'm like,
"I was gonna watch that shit."
Yeah, and it's gonna be a computer just regurgitating the same stuff over and over again, which people are complaining that they're doing that now. So people are gonna really want to watch stuff like that.
Hell, shit! No, I ain't watching it.
Yeah. I mean,
just put me back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. And I might watch some shit from the 90s. That's about it.
Well, you could get me in a time machine and take me back to that actual time. That would be all right.
They haven't invented that yet. So.
Right. Yeah.
So until they do, I'm not watching any AI stuff. Oh, thank you.
They're so fixated on Angela. It's like, get on with your life.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird, And she's wanting to say things about Angela's sexuality. You seem pretty obsessed with her yourself, Judy.
Yeah, maybe she had a crush on her, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that, like, if you read into this movie, like, so many things you can figure out like that. Like, yeah, maybe she was hot for Angela. That's why she was upset that all these people were paying attention to her. I love that. Slap the bitch.
Yeah.
And I've never done that shit. Right there. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Let's have a water balloon fight on a roof.
Yeah, that doesn't seem too smart. And those little kids, those little punk kids hanging around with the older boys too, flipping people off and stuff.
Well, everybody got the feather hair, I've seen that. I'm interested in that Farrah Fawcett movie though. Extremities. I've never seen that. Y'all seen it?
Oh yeah. Steve was watching Pop talking about some stuff he got in, and he was showing that, and I've heard of that movie, but I've never seen it.
I don't remember it. I know I watched it a long time ago.
I think,
but it's a home invasion type film.
I think Steve has watched it. He said something about he thought Farrah Fawcett was crazy on it. She puts this guy in a fireplace or something.
Damn,
sounds wild.
And this is the first time Mel actually did something. Okay.
Yeah. And then he leaves it up to Ronnie to do the punishment, though.
Ronnie's too busy lifting weights and
being in his shorty shorts.
Buying shorter shorts, yeah.
He's cutting off his shorts so they'll be even shorter. We need a scene of that. Him, like, either him in his shorts or they're shorter or something.
I'm going to get the AI and they can create that scene for you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He isn't getting money for it, but you can create Imagine wanting to get into acting and they go, "Oh, we're just going to scan you and you'll never have to be in anything." Like, oh, great. Why did I waste time going to school for acting?
Damn.
Why did I, try to perfect my craft or anything like that?
So it's that, and it's the money, it's the whole streaming. They get nothing on streaming. Somebody on TikTok who was on Orange Is the New Black, she showed like 3 or 4 pages, and it was all Orange is the New Black, for the residuals, and it came to like $27, and it's like, that's wow. They're not getting anything to begin with, and that was like early on when they were, starting to have shows on Netflix, and now it's like you get nothing.
I gotta ask you guys, have you ever said this or heard any other guy say this? I gotta take a wicked dump. Who says that?
No.
I'm from the Boston area. Wicked is a big word around here, but
Yeah.
I've never heard that specific phrase. I never heard that phrase before.
Never heard anybody say wicked dump, though, right?
No, I've heard I gotta go drop a deuce.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard wicked pisser, but not about.
So Darren says Extremities is fantastic. The bad guy in that film suffers. So
yeah, it's like a revenge type home invasion. I'm guessing a rape revenge too. I don't know.
And she's a really good actress. Too bad, life.
Yeah.
Screws you over, and
she died of cancer, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the burning bed, man. That shit pissed me off so bad when that come on. I'd be so mad. I want to jump in that damn TV. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? You're standing around watching that shit.
Well,
it was a true story. It was based on a true story.
Yeah.
I've talked about this movie before. Cry for Help, the Tracy Thurman story. That's based on a true story too. That movie really pisses me off because Dale Midkiff plays Tracy Thurman's husband, Buck Thurman, in that, and Nancy McKeon plays Tracy Thurman. And there is one scene in there where
sorry.
he runs and stabs her a whole bunch of times. Then when she's down on the ground, he's jumping on top of her, screaming at the top of his lungs. And the cop is right there, and the cop just said, stop. He's not doing anything. And I think Tracy Thurman ended up suing the cops in that town because she kept telling them, he's going to kill me if you guys don't do something. And he nearly did kill her.
I can't imagine that. Because that should happen in this town where I live. No. Your ass be thrown under the jail. Shit.
Well, you know what happened to Dominique Dunn?
Yeah.
That should never have happened. That was crazy.
And I was hearing CK and them talk about that girl over there, right?
In Martin? Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, Uncle Bill was telling me about that too, and it was just giving me cold chills even thinking about it. And then, of course, there was a girl, and I've told this story briefly before. There was a girl from my hometown in the southern part of the county that ended up going to college in Bowling Green, Western Kentucky University, and these two guys followed her back to her dorm from a party that they were all at. And she'd been drinking, of course, but she didn't know these assholes were going to follow her back to her dorm. They raped her and then set her on fire.
Yeah.
And I don't think either one of those guys went to prison for that. They both got out of it.
Yeah, that's insane there. Damn.
They just released what's her face from the Manson family.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie Van Houten.
Yeah, Leslie Van Houten.
She should have been in jail forever.
Yeah.
She probably found Jesus and
Right.
Okay, I'm a nice person now. No one's gonna force me to kill people, even though she's like, what is she, like 70 or whatever she is?
Yeah, 70 something.
Is she's not the one though, is she? That did.
She was part of the ones that killed the other people, not Tate.
Not the Tate.
No, the other people. I forget the names of it.
The lobbying.
I forget the couple that. Yeah, I think that's who it was though.
Yeah,
here's that scene, by the way.
Right.
I don't mean.
I guess they're not brothers.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. If you had any doubt, it's like,
Unless they're brothers by marriage. Sorry.
Yeah.
but this is a scene where I was talking about. She's making out with Paul on the
Right.
beach, and she'll scream, no here in a second, and this has got a whole lot to do with sexual identity and being confused and
Well, that's kind of what kids did. Little kids, they kind of are curious, and they don't know what is going on. They're just curious about it. So you put two kids together like that, and they're gonna, this guy trying to swallow the flag here. Okay.
oh, that crazy Gino.
By the way, I like Angela's line earlier. I thought you were the killer.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Angela's schizophrenic or like dual personality, or does she know what she's doing?
I think
If we have Uncle Bill, he could tell us about that.
I think it's probably split personality.
Yeah.
I mean, if we, look at all the things that happened to her, she's got to be messed up. Like she had a crazy aunt that messed her up even further.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't think they could remake this with the same kind of story.
No.
They would have to really change everything around.
It would get canceled so quick.
And also, it's a surprise ending. You can't do that again. It's just not gonna.
Yeah, you can't remake this one.
Good thing they haven't tried. Knock on wood.
They might. You never know. Like a whole younger generation probably don't know nothing about this movie.
Judy is such a whore. She's coming on to Paul now.
Because Judy doesn't like other people getting attention. So, Paul likes Angela. I'm going to try to get Paul.
Yep.
I think I'm still a little ahead of you.
I'm
doing that.
Yeah, Angela and Ricky are talking, and Ricky's got the Tequila Sunrise shirt on.
Yeah, they're walking in the woods.
Yeah.
They're getting ready. Yeah, they're just starting to go down in the woods now.
Okay. I'm not too far ahead. I'm at 56 minutes. I'm like 20 seconds, something like that.
Ain't this cheating, though?
Yes.
What Ricky's telling her to do.
It's war, Dana.
Yeah.
War.
Yeah, war. They say all's fair in love and war.
Yeah. There's some tissue paper in the pockets there.
So this pisses Ricky off, too, because he liked Judy.
Yeah. I mean, him and Angela ain't married. Uh-oh. See, she just did it to be a bitch. She doesn't care about anybody.
So I guess YouTube's just banning all cuss words now, huh? Because I got the subtitles on, and it just said ban a blank. It didn't say.
Real.
Oh, really? Of course, I'm watching the Blu-ray, so I'm getting to see, I guess, the full subtitles. But
the transfer on this link though is really good.
yeah, it looks real good.
I'm watching it on Screenbox, so far every movie I wanted to watch with you, it's on Screenbox.
Is that how much is that? Is it about like Shudder? Similar?
I forget how much it is. Now I gotta look it up now.
I know the Arrow about $5 a month, but you can watch anything Arrow has. So. Like even their new releases.
Right now, it's like $5 a month.
Okay, that's about the going for pretty much any of them, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they don't got a giant selection, but they got some pretty good things on there.
I first heard about Screambox from when Terrifier 2 came out.
Yeah, that was like its first big, like that was its like flagship movie, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Angela's back to staring now. She was talking a little bit more. But now.
She can't talk to girls. She can talk to boys, okay.
And then Ronnie's back there still lifting weights.
I didn't know. I never noticed that till right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I was always fixated on the two of them. I never thought to look in the background. It's like he's looking for to his direction, too. Should I do it now?
Yeah. Robert Hiltzick's over there. Raise your arms now.
Okay, now all of a sudden, Mel is suspicious of Ricky being the killer for no reason.
That's because Mel's lazy. He can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, he just has to come up with something instead of doing real.
See, they're buddies. They shouldn't be. She's a counselor and she's a camper. You're not supposed to be buddies.
They're both bitches, though.
She likes younger friends and older guys to have sex with. What is this Megan's issue? Can you tell I love Megan? This is me when I watch something alone. I get so upset about certain characters. I'm like, why are they so stupid? Why are they? When I saw Evil Dead Rise, I'm like, I know he's gonna read the book, but why is he reading the book and playing the damn records? Damn it!
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like you, TJ. I don't know why Mel just all of a sudden, Ricky must be the killer.
Yeah. Well, he's ignoring this.
And he said you killed them to destroy me, didn't you? It's like,
yeah, it's like yes, he's been planning this since he started camp. And the lifeguard, now I'm upset. The lifeguard now he's watching.
Yeah. After they've already threw Angel in the water.
And maybe she can't swim, bitches.
Yeah.
And he calls Meg a peckerhead.
Yeah, they're all ooh, high five, yeah, fuck you, bitch.
All I know is if Angela was really a boy, she could not wear shorts that
Right.
short.
I always thought
No
about
way.
that. I'm like, what the hell?
That's what makes it fiction.
Yeah.
Meg should have been suspended, not gotten the night off.
Unless she somehow got it, taped to her belly or something.
Oh. Yeah, well. Well, you know what drag queens do, don't you?
Oh. I guess they could do like old Buffalo Bill on
Buffalo
Song of
Bill?
the Lambs.
A wiener tucker.
I mean, that's what drag queens do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, why are they friends now, the two girls?
I know, they're being nice to each other now. It's like...
Meg, you're a bitch, but we love you.
She's still trying to get it on with Mel. I have no idea why. Where is this going to get her?
Yeah, what is he rich? He owns the camp, but I don't think he's making any money.
That would be
It's
the
got to
only
be the
way.
hair.
Yeah, that's what it is.
that damn comb over.
Oh.
She's in the older. She got daddy issues, I guess.
Yeah, it's a secret because you don't want anybody to know you're dating a cruddy old male like. Yeah.
Close to 70, huh? Shit.
Gotta be. I like when the three girls turn around at the same time. That's cool. That's a good scene. Good shot.
And Angela looks pissed off now. She doesn't look just, like I'm being mute. Not, hey, it's Loverboy.
I did not know what to think at the first time I seen the end of this movie. I had no. I'm like, what the?
See, I knew about the ending before I saw it, so
In
but
my
I didn't
young,
expect what you see and what you hear about are two different things.
yeah. In my young mind, though, I was so damn confused. Like, what the hell am I seeing here?
That messed Dirk up for a while after seeing that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit.
I think Meg deserved a nastier death.
Yeah, this is pretty good. It looked painful.
It did look painful.
It wouldn't feel good.
But the Judy death, I think, trumps this one.
Death. We don't see her die on screen.
Yeah, I guess technically we don't. But
And if what happens, I don't know if that would kill you. It would definitely mess you up, but I don't know.
It would mess you up. You wouldn't be able to have any little babies, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
Darren says Mel's probably packing.
Yeah, but that age, was it even working? I mean, I hope I do at that age, but I don't. But he's a character we don't like, so we can say things.
So this is another horror movie that puts young kids in very serious danger.
Yep.
He's asking her forgiveness now.
Angela doesn't forgive.
And now she's with Mike. Judy's with Mike now.
Because she's a hooer.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely is that.
She probably doesn't put out either. She's just probably a tease. Which we find out she is.
Well, she complains all the time. She complains about how people kiss. She was telling.
Meet me at the waterfront. That's
the worst damn. She'd be the worst wife ever. Have y'all seen Bermudos? Y'all seen that one?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, it's like similar to Dead Alive in a way.
Yeah.
But there's a wife she's got to be the worst wife in history. I mean, the way she does her husband on that movie. It's insane.
I think that I don't know if y'all seen Funeral Home, that Canadian horror movie with Leslie Donaldson on it. But
I've heard of that. I've heard of it. I've
but
never
that
seen it.
guy's the salesman. His, I guess, girlfriend, because it's not his wife, the woman he's having an affair with out on the road, is so mean. And I don't know, why would you want a mistress or a girlfriend on the side that's like that?
Total bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his fetish. He likes people telling him he's a jerk.
Maybe. We zoomed in on that little hatchet axe or whatever.
Green pants, yellow shirt, jacket.
He had the plaid pants. Now he's got the green pants.
Now he's got his good stuff on.
He looks like he should be in Caddyshack, one of the rich people in Caddyshack.
Yes. There, yeah, do you have to kiss so wet? And earlier, she was mad at Paul because he wouldn't loosen up.
If you see Meg, I have to have sex with her.
Yeah,
I ain't got to have sex with her this whole movie.
it's pretty awkward. Talking about running and shit. What's he trying to do?
That's the one time that Judy's not like all, her weird affected. She's like, "Hey, how you doing, man?"
So she calls him a chicken shit here, but he is. What guy in his right mind would say, "Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to get in trouble. I got to leave." That don't happen.
It's called plot.
Well, they had to get her alone.
Yeah, they had to get her.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, what's going on, man?
What is this poster supposed to be of? Is that a band?
I think it's Loverboy.
Is that what that is? Okay.
I think it is.
Now, why would a dead body just automatically do that while you're walking up to it? You know,
I guess, like TJ says, plot.
it's a movie, I guess.
They had to move it. They had to get that body out of there somehow.
Yeah. Didn't happen until he walked up there.
That's some more good effects.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's not good effects.
What's that?
I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
Well, that wasn't an effect. That was
Damn Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, the face was
Damn,
fake, but yeah.
the blue paint shit. I can't get past it. Gosh, damn.
They had to mass produce those zombies, though, Dirk. They had to do something.
I know, but damn, Night of the Living Dead looks better to me. I don't know. You know, I know it's black and white, but still.
So that's obviously not Angela, and you can see that clearly.
Yeah, that's what's his face who plays Ricky. They put him in that to to confuse the audience.
But when you would first watch this on the old VHS, you couldn't really tell. But once they cleaned everything up, you could tell then.
I think I'm a little ahead of y'all. That's why I'm laughing.
Is Judy already dead?
Is she sizzling?
That part. Now there's a story. There was a girl when I went to high school at a party. I'm not gonna say her name, but they had to rush her in the emergency room because she was doing something with herself with a curling iron.
Holy crap!
Yeah. Yep.
Was she desperate, Dirk, or what?
I have no idea. I just remember hearing about it throughout high school. I was like,
there are so many things you could use for that, and the curling iron would not be one of them.
I know they had to rush her to the emergency room.
Oh, but I guess it was plugged in?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Why would you do that?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't have those.
Have some heat.
Wow.
But
must have been before Tinder.
Yeah, for sure.
Have him come over right away.
Oh.
Definitely before cell phone.
And this wasn't just like one or two kids. This was a bunch of kids that got hacked up.
Well, you shouldn't have left them to begin with. I hate puke. Anyway.
Yeah, these are bad counselors. Bad counselors.
Wasn't he also the lifeguard, or was that a different guy? No, that's the other guy.
I think that was different.
He brings the other two kids back, and he left those other kids. Yeah. Terrible. Mel's hiring skills were not good. There's no HR at this place.
That's definitely not.
Well, they deserved it.
So Ricky's gonna come out of here soon with like the most candy ever. I mean, that's all he gets. He doesn't no potato chips, no nothing like that. He gets like candy bars and shit.
Well, he had chips. He had a whole bag.
Yeah, but that was like how long ago was that?
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to do the voice again.
Yeah.
Can't tell what he had for candy.
So a little bit later, the cop's going to find one of the wrappers, and like they even talked about that on the commentary. They were like, "What is he doing, reading the ingredients?" Because the cop was like turning the wrapper over and looking at it. Is he going to solve the crime by looking at the ingredients on the candy bar, or what?
It's child abuse right here.
Yeah, he's slapping the shit out of Ricky. Mel's lost it. He found
Where did you learn how to hit people on the little girls' playground? Slap.
Watching King Kong and shit.
I mean, maybe he has arthritis. He can't make a fist. Maybe that's. Oh yeah, he just made one there. Okay.
I just saw another one of the counselors smoking a cigarette.
It was the 80s. You could do that.
Yeah.
You could smoke it in a hospital for crying out loud.
Yeah, could back then.
Now he's like, I gotta get away.
Yep. I remember teachers smoking in school.
Yeah.
I mean, not in the classroom, but teachers' lounge. It should be.
Oh yeah, they'd open the door and this big puff of smoke would come out of there. Yep, happened.
How did they do that? That looks like a pretty good trick with the arrow.
That was good.
Okay.
We're gonna see the Groucho stash soon on this.
Oh, right there. Yeah, right there, right now.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of it there, but in a little bit there's gonna be a close up right on his face.
It's like, come on, man. Y'all couldn't have died that shit, you know?
I think what did they say? He had another role and he had to shave the mustache off, and then he came back to do a scene here.
Reshoot or something.
But my gosh, they could have made it better than that.
Yeah.
Like Scotty and Evil Dead, they didn't even try to make his hair look like it was longer for the reshoot scenes.
No.
Or pickups. That's probably what it was. All right, now Angela's starting to look crazy.
Yeah, her hair's like. And Paul ain't wasting no time. Damn.
Yeah. He's ready.
He must not be getting anywhere else because
he's tired of Rosie Palmer, Five Sisters. You know?
He's a young, teen boy back in the 80s. Of course, you're frustrated or whatever.
Yeah.
They had no computers for porn. They could.
Yeah.
That's a powerhouse bar. I don't remember powerhouse
Never heard of it.
bars.
No. Yeah, that mustache. Damn.
That's the most ridiculous mustache I've ever seen. He looks like the Groucho mask from Terror Train.
Darren says Mel doesn't look like he could whip anyone's ass.
No.
Ricky's alive. Ricky must not weigh much. He's easy to carry.
Yeah. And here's another thing they talked about on the commentary. The that's not where Meg was, where that counselor just came out of. That's where Judy would be. But here's the big
That,
reveal of the
that's
Groucho stash.
that's
That's
horrible. It
terrible.
looks like damn black paint. You know.
Yeah, it's not even like
Polish or
hair.
something.
It's like just Oh, it's so obvious. They're gonna spill Lucas that and go and digitally change it.
Yes.
No.
And here comes the big reveal.
Yeah, the big reveal. But here in a second, I'm going to see if you guys see it. Dirk may have already seen it because I know he was a little bit ahead. When they first show Angela from the back here, if you look, there's somebody moving around under those bleachers or whatever. It was just a real quick shot. Now you don't see it, but you saw it the first time around.
It was like a little light or something.
Like a grip.
It looked like a person moving around, and they said that there was a college student that plays this part here coming up with the reveal, and I'm wondering if it was him, like, taking his clothes off or something and preparing for that scene, or.
Yeah, this part here is what I was talking about. It reminds me of the Insidious shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking
I'm not sure
of
which part it is though. Is it 1 or 2 that you find that out? I think it's part 2. But
I think you can see that they must have filmed this in like a house that had no heat because you can see her breath.
Yeah, you can see her breath here.
So here's another thing. If you like, I've said before about it's the plot and it was in the script, but like, how did they? Somebody must have brought Peter to his aunt, so somebody knew it was Peter. So how all of a sudden it's Angela?
Right.
That's like the logic is kind of weird. Yeah, it's like big plot hole. That's why in the sequels, I mean, they didn't even try to think of. They didn't try to like fill any of those.
Right here, just always fucked me up. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That's the head. You can tell he died happy. The severed head smile. She's a boy. Hey, use the proper pronouns. That mask looks like a mask. It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the craziest endings to a horror movie.
For sure.
It's definitely a surprise. You don't expect that.
Yeah, first time you see this.
Yeah, man.
Man.
I'm like, huh? When I was a little kid.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Chris says that last scene is terrifying. He said it has to be top 10 endings for me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, when my aunt told me about this movie, she didn't even, give away the reveal at the end.
That's nice.
So, I appreciated her for that. She told me about some of the other kills, but not this ending shot.
I try not to ever give nothing away.
My poor dad, he's gave things away maybe a couple of times to me, and he doesn't mean to. He's just not thinking. He gave away the ending to Carrie.
Yeah. Oh,
and he gave away the ending to I don't know if y'all seen this movie, but it's got Linda Blair and Martin Sheen. It's called Sweet Hostage. It's a pretty good movie. Not a horror movie, of course, but
I've seen Ruckus. With Linda Blair's in that, right? With Dirk Benedict, or what's his face?
I don't think I've seen that one.
From the A-Team, yeah. That's like a Rambo type of story where
okay.
the guy's from Vietnam and he goes to this town and they start picking on him and then he becomes like a vigilante. And she's like a local, she owns the local farm or whatever, and she befriends him.
I'm guessing she's a lot older in that one than she was in The Exorcist or whatever.
Yeah, it was like late 70s, maybe 80, something like that.
Okay.
Angela's theme just You're just what I've been looking for.
I wish somebody would put out, one of the companies would put out a record or a vinyl for this.
They
I
haven't.
don't know
I'm
that
surprised.
anybody ever has.
Yeah, there's no soundtrack for the Sleepaway Camp. They got elves. They got LP of elves, the soundtrack.
Yeah.
But they don't have Sleepaway Camp. That makes no sense. And this is where Felissa Rose became the mangled dick expert on Joe.
She did. Now she's the mangled dick expert forever and all.
They haven't had her doing anything recently. I guess they, haven't found a
No.
movie.
They need another mangled dick movie so they can.
And Darcy finally did cosplay, which I'm like, it's about time. She hasn't done it whole season. Now I think she did it twice for both movies.
I liked her. I guess you could call it cosplay for alligator. She had that green outfit on with the little alligator head, and then she put the whole full head on, and that was funny too.
I didn't get to watch the whole thing because, first of all, it was like 45 minutes. There was issues with the streaming, whatever. Like my phone didn't work, and then the computer didn't work, and then I started watching you guys watching Jaws, and I was like, all right, I'll have both screens up, and I was like, finally started, and I'm like, oh well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
I think I seen Chris Jericho was complaining to Shudder about it on Twitter or something. He was like, I've been waiting so many minutes for to watch The Last Drive-In. I can't watch it. What's the problem? You need to fix this, Shudder. But
They just didn't care.
How was this for you guys watching this again?
Oh yeah.
Well, you can tell how much I love Meg. So
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I mean it flies by every time. Seems like.
Yeah, it's only what a hour and 24 minutes, something like that. It's not.
It's got some nice effects, and
Yep.
Like we've said, it's got one of them
And that
the most
twist.
infamous endings.
I mean, you can't beat that twist, Harley.
No, I would agree with that. I mean, they talk about the crying game all the time, that this was the crying game before there was a crying game, but I've seen the crying game, and the crying game ain't got nothing on this movie, really, to me.
Yeah, that's a different kettle of fish there.
Yeah, exactly. Chris says it's a great classic slasher, campy-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And this was another movie that even before I saw it, or actually watched it, I remembered seeing the video at either, I don't know if y'all are familiar with TG&Y stores, but we used to have a TG&Y.
Mm-hmm.
It was either there or a Kmart store, and I can't remember now which one it was. But I remember that classic artwork of the knife going through the tennis shoe.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sleepaway Camp title.
Yeah, it was big time in the VHS store. I always went to the mom and pa video stores though, because they had more shit. Seemed like, and then until Blockbuster came out. But
right.
I'm trying to think what was before Blockbuster though. I can't remember.
Yeah, I always went to the local mom and pop shops. That they had a lot of.
Yeah.
They had everything.
Because they could order, just depending on who it was, they could order whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to a lot of those local.
I remember rental fees, late fees. That shit, man. God dang. You could buy the movies 20 times sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was this way in y'all's neck of the woods, but I remember my dad actually, when he would sign up for a membership at the local video stores, he gave his social security number. That was his membership number.
Oh,
I know he did that at least one place, and I was like, I guess maybe social security numbers wasn't a well-guarded secret maybe at one time or another, but I know they don't do that. Of course, there isn't many rental places around anymore. But
thanks for spoiling Unhinged for me, Darren. It's fine.
Uh,
Have you seen The Crush with Alicia Silverstone?
I have. Yeah.
Alicia. Sorry, I got to say her name properly.
Yeah.
So there's that wasp scene that sort of reminds me of the bee scene in this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not that much of an original idea, but it seems like a little bit lifted. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, probably so. I'd imagine probably did.
Yeah.
So did probably Baba for in Delirium. Lamberto Baba.
Yeah. Chris says Hollywood Video as well, and there was a Sam Goody in the mall I used to go to in Suncoast. Steve used to buy things from Suncoast. He spent like
I remember
$50.
Hollywood Video, but I remember it after Blockbuster. There was another chain though. I don't know if it was around where y'all are, but Video One. Does that sound?
I don't ever remember that.
Okay.
There was
Maybe I was just here. But.
There was a video vault that I used to go to, and you could get. That was where I started getting like 7 movies for 7 nights for $7.
Oh,
and I would go in there and I would stock up on the horror films. That's where I saw, The Burning for the first time and stuff like that, because they just had a ton of horror movies.
It's funny how I remember the first time seeing a movie. It was always like 2 at least together. So it was, when I seen The Boogeyman, I seen The Forest with it, with The Boogeyman. Shit like that. But.
I haven't been able to get through The Forest yet. And
Really?
I've had that movie on my shelf for over a year. Like, I keep going to sleep during The Forest.
Okay. So that's your sleeping pill. Mine's Yawn of the Dead.
Well, Dana, maybe if you had a compass, you could get through the forest.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, DJ.
Some movies don't do that, though. You just put your ass to sleep.
Well, the movie Girls Night Out, I know a lot of people don't like that, but I love that movie. But when I first bought it, and it was a blind buy, but it just sounded good, I spent like a whole week trying to get through that movie, and I liked it. I wasn't bored by it, but I just kept falling asleep. It took me a week to get it finished.
I've never seen House by the Cemetery all the way through. I fall asleep every time.
Really?
Every time. I probably have seen the whole movie. I've just fallen asleep at intervals.
Oh, man.
I fall asleep at the beginning. I fall asleep at the end. I fall asleep in the middle. So I've seen every piece. I just haven't seen it all at once.
You haven't seen it together.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a great one, too.
True story.
In my opinion, but I know a lot of people don't like it, but
I think they just don't like Bob, Dirk.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
It's the woman dubbing his voice. That's why I was just, if you don't like Bob, just watch the Italian version and
That poor guy, he spent years going to conventions and apologizing for how his voice sounded in those movies.
Yeah, it is. It's funny though, to me now, But.
So Chris says that's why Zombie, aka Zombie Flesh Eaters, blows Yawn of the Dead out of the water. Now I love Zombie.
Yeah,
I love
it does.
Zombie, but I love me some Dawn of the Dead too. I
gotta go with Fulci Zombie though, for me personally. But
I remember
that's controversial.
I remember the first time I watched Zombie when it first came out on Blu-ray. That was the one. I think that blew a lot of people away. That transfer. I was like, "Holy crap! A movie this old and it looks that good." I nearly had to, go back to the beginning of it and watch it again. That's how good it looked. And now the 4K. Steve told me, he was like, "I'm not getting the 4K, Dana." He said the Blu-ray's good enough, and no, it's the 4K's better.
It is. It's
if you could believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have thought it was possible to make it look even better, but they did it. Somehow they did it.
Yeah, it's anything shot on film though. If the right people, they can definitely improve it.
I like both movies.
Dawn and Yawn.
Yeah, I like them. I like them both. I don't. I don't know how to rate them, but I can watch them both.
Yeah.
Dirk's gonna make a parody movie, and he's gonna call it "Yawn of the Dead."
I'm surprised no one's already done that.
Right. I mean, I had to watch it 2 different days to finish it. So
I remember.
like
Does
you were saying, I
anybody?
fall asleep, man.
Speaking of parodies, does anybody remember when it was one of those collector's editions on VHS that Night of the Living Dead came out? I think it was like a double VHS, and I think on the other VHS it had Night of the Living Bread, which was
Yeah,
a
I have that.
parody. Do you
I
have
have
that?
that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a weird.
It's weird, but it's funny too.
There's an old short film directed by the guy who did Tremors, and it's about this videotape that attacks this guy, and I think it's on YouTube. This is a kind of it has a interesting ending, and it's like it was probably the late '70s, but I can't remember what it was called. It was like it was done with like stop motion and stuff, so the tape is unraveling and it's attacking this guy. It's like it's kind of cool.
I'd like to see that.
If I can remember the title.
I was watching. Oh, good.
Oh, I was going to say, Dirk, Gizmo was talking about Snapshot yesterday, and I could not recall watching it, but Steve looked at me like I was stupid yesterday. After I got off there, I was telling him, I want to see this movie Snapshot that Gizmo was talking about. He said, Dana, we saw that movie. I was like, I don't remember seeing that movie. I really don't. He said, we watched it. So he says he's got it on the hard drive, so I'm going to see if I can find it on there.
I started watching So Sweet, So Dead. Y'all seen that one? That's actually pretty damn good.
Steve may have seen it, but I don't know that I have.
It's actually pretty dang good from what I've seen of it. I didn't finish it yet, but it's a giallo. But
Giallos just keep popping up on me. I'm like, how could I not know that one existed? And it's like they keep finding the new ones and keep saying, "Hey, this." I'm like, really? How many Giallos were made, man?
I think Darren told me at one time, but I think new ones keep being discovered, like you're saying. I think he told me it was like close to 300.
Wow.
Jolly.
Wow. TJ, Chris is wanting to know: is that a Life Force vinyl back there behind?
Yeah, I noticed that. I was going to ask.
It's a Laserdisc.
Laserdisc, okay.
I like the movie. I know a lot of people hate it, but I don't think it's.
I
like that movie really well.
It's the extended cut.
It's one of Hooper's. He's got some shitters that he did, and that's not one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Toolbox Murders is one of the best.
At least that one has a Sherry Moon zombie get killed in the beginning. It's got
that going for it.
Is that the only time she gets killed is in that movie? Like Rob Zombie never. Well, I would say Halloween. That's right. She shoots herself. That's not the same thing as.
Yeah. Right. I don't care. I can't remember in 31 what happened because that movie was just horrible.
Oh, I don't remember anything about that.
I remember a little midget in 31.
There's a standoff between her and the other dude, right. And it ends with them about to fight, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something I remember that I wish I didn't remember is how poor old Meg Foster looked in Lords of Salem.
Oh shit!
That was freaking scary.
She looks like that for real.
I know everybody gets old, but oh my gosh!
You ought to see her at conventions. She looks just like that.
Really?
Like probably worse now because it's been several years since that movie. But
you gotta moisturize.
Yeah. Damn drugs, I guess. That's all I can think of,
Mm-hmm. Steve always says that these women look like they were put in an oven and baked at 350 for an hour or something like that. He said that about Dana Kimmel one time.
Oh.
Yeah. She had a little window where she was pretty attractive.
Yeah, I mean, and Meg Foster had the most unusual eyes of
The eyes.
anybody I've ever
Looked very
seen.
blue and
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I still like, I didn't like Lords of Salem. I didn't
I
like
love
any
that
of
movie,
that,
actually.
but
I think that's Sherry Moon's best role.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
actually really good in that.
yeah, she was good in that, but just the movie, I just
Dee Wallace is, pretty crazy in that too. But so I found out some stuff about Dee Wallace that
like real life stuff there.
yeah,
Oh
like
my.
she's like really into spiritualism and shit.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's
Oh,
like really kind of like a witch, kind of.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either until I was listening to shit about House of the Dead, and they said that she was kind of kooky like that. I was like, damn. So she was reading a book, and the lead actress, I can't remember her name, in House of the Devil,
Hmm.
come walking in and said she had a chain with a rock or a crystal over this book, and she was saying some shit. And she said she turned around and walked right out of there. I was like, damn.
You know
Jocelyn
what?
Donahue.
Right. Yep, that's her.
Dee
Actually,
Wallace.
it's funny. That movie has Greta Gerwig, who directed the Barbie movie.
Oh my gosh.
She's good. I love her scene in that. She's actually I like her in that.
Yeah.
Dee Wallace is somebody that I've always seen at conventions, but never went up and met her. But
I bet she's so sweet and very
Yeah.
nice. And
Yep.
I think I remember you saying that, TJ.
I got her autograph right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right by Reagan over here. Yeah, right. You probably can't see it. She's holding.
is that the Cujo? Yeah. Okay.
Cujo.
Oh,
She's
okay.
the scene with the revolver.
Hmm.
But she was awesome. I mean, I had no complaints.
She's one of the few people at conventions I've seen that's got like, I don't know if it's one of those square trade things or what, but she'll take cards whenever you like debit cards and credit cards and
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Smart.
But a lot of people don't. It's cash or
Cash is king. Yeah.
yeah.
She needs that retirement money.
Blissful says Barbie is everywhere. YouTube beauty influencers, so disturbing.
I keep hearing about this. Is this a movie that's coming out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sadly.
I have no
idea what
interest
it's about,
in.
or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually watched an interview with Greta Gerwig talking about it, which was more interesting than actually watching it. She was talking about all the movies that she thought of that to reference it, and she was talking about a lot of movies like from the 50s and 40s, and so that I like that aspect. I don't know if I want to spend 2 hours watching
But
the Barbie movie.
no offense to anybody that wants to go see it or is going to take their kids to see it or something, their
Yeah.
daughters or whatever. I have nothing against that, but I saw a trailer for it, and holy crap, it looks so lame.
Grayson, he asked me yesterday if I'm gonna take him to that Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And I'll take him to that, I guess. But it is what it is.
Actually, the only thing that interests me in the Barbie thing is they have Kate McKinnon, and she plays the messed up Barbie that like little girls would cut the hair and draw all over them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she's like that's the only thing I thought was funny. Like she's the
That would be interesting.
Oh damn!
but it's not enough for me to watch it. I don't know.
Blitzel says I'll stick to it. I'll watch it if Barbie gets melted. I would definitely watch it if Barbie gets melted and Ken gets melted too. They can melt them together.
Or what if the messed up Barbie steals Ken away from Barbie?
That would be fun.
What if the messed up Barbie kills the real Barbie?
Right.
And
Takes his
then-
place and shit.
Then ties up Ken, hog ties Ken, and takes him away.
But I don't think Barbie's gonna be like in public domain like Winnie the Pooh, and they're gonna do like the horror movie version.
Right? Yeah, they won't be able to.
I heard they're doing a Bambi.
Oh
Horror movie.
Lord!
I heard something about that. Yeah,
Please, for the love of God.
Is it like Bambi's
it was terrible. The Winnie the Pooh movie was terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. And I mean, the effects are like, but the whole plot, and then one thing really, I don't want to spoil it for people, but one thing that annoyed me, I was like, if this happens, I'm going to be very upset, and the thing I said happened at the end, and I was like, wow, and I just hated it even worse after that.
I've heard bad things, and then there's a whole following of people defending that movie. I haven't even watched it yet, but you know.
Hey, whatever they want.
I did like Cocaine Bear.
Yeah,
You know, people were.
I thought that was good.
It's
that,
fun.
but I had fun with it.
That's a fun movie. Not no high tier. I heard they're coming out with a crocodile.
That's great.
Oh man.
Is Lloyd Kaufman doing that?
Or what is it, Asylum or whatever that?
Yeah, a sci-fi original. Maybe it's gonna be one of the.
Yeah.
You know what I saw though? It wasn't a crocodile, but it was an alligator. There's a guy that has an alligator as his emotional support animal. And this alligator will go swimming with people in a pool and
Oh, I don't think so. I'm gonna be swimming with that.
I watched this whole video, and this guy was crying because he said people asking where would he be without Wally. Wally is the alligator's name, and he said he.
Oh God, that's not even a creative name, Wally Gator. That's a cartoon.
Where's he at? Down here in Louisiana?
I don't know. I'm not sure where the guy is at, but if you go to YouTube and look up Wally, the emotional support alligator, I'm sure that video.
Oh God, he probably has a website. Great.
Probably.
Now, what's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't know what the difference is really.
Is it regional or are they a totally different species?
Blissful says, TJ, your expression was priceless.
I didn't think the Banana Split movie was bad. I thought it was okay.
I didn't watch the Banana Splits movie, so I can't comment on that.
It's weird, but I kind of liked it.
I'm going to see if I can find that video again on Wally.
I didn't even mind the one with Nicolas Cage. I thought the Wally's.
Oh, the Wonderland movie or whatever.
Yeah, some of that. Yeah, I thought that wasn't bad. I like that. That wasn't bad. That's why it's like they did the Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, isn't it the same thing? Like, does anybody really care? I mean, like, was that game that popular? I don't know.
Okay, I think I found that video. Wally the alligator just wants to cuddle with you.
No, he doesn't. Is he deep teeth? Did they take out his teeth?
No, he's got. I'm pretty sure he's got his teeth. I'm going to put that link in the chat in case anybody wants to check out that video. There are other videos too.
Is it like Placid, where they put a big band around his face so he can't open his mouth?
No, I mean he walks on a leash and everything. They show him going into the pool.
What the hell?
Godspeed, but if he ends up getting eaten by that alligator, I'm not going to be surprised.
And people are kissing him, and
damn,
these little kids are playing with him in the pool.
You ever seen alligator in real life?
No, I can't say that I have.
Okay.
In Florida, right? Alligators are in Florida, right? Because
they're here too.
I don't know what the difference between a crocodile and alligator is.
No, alligators. Yeah,
I have seen them like
Louisiana,
in the water. Yeah,
Florida, and
okay.
But you'll see them on the land, and sometimes they'll be there with their mouth open, and they're just still like a statue. Mm-hmm. And it's so damn creepy looking, man, when you look at that.
Yeah.
So,
and they're faster than you are, so you can't outrun that son of a bitch.
What I'm wondering, though, is Wally, I'm guessing Wally is an adult gator, but he doesn't look that big because people can pick him up and hold him and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering if there's different, maybe sizes or breeds.
Oh, yeah, there's different sizes. I mean, we got like, I think the record here is like a 22-footer.
Because Wally's very small compared with other gators I've seen.
Yeah, but like a 10 and a 12-foot gator, I mean, you don't want to mess with that either.
No, I do not.
Okay, so Wally he was 7 when this video was done. He's 5.5 feet long.
Okay. He's probably manageable because there's people will wrestle these gators and shit
Yeah.
and jump on their back, and their jaw strength, like you can just once you get your hands around them, like
Mm-hmm.
that snout, they can't open it once you get on there. But I know crocodiles' jaws are stronger. Alligator's just gonna take you under the water and drown you. It does a death roll, and then it's gonna just stuff you somewhere until you rot,
Mm.
and then come back and eat you when you're rotten. That's how
Oh.
alligators do.
Yeah, I don't think I want that as a pet. Thank you. Maybe a turtle. A turtle's okay.
Well, I think I've got my fill of exotic pets. I've got my snake and my iguana, my bearded dragon.
Hell yeah! I used to have a couple of iguanas. I had a male and a female. I named them Bonnie and Clyde. And they escaped. So
Uh-oh.
I had a big homemade aquarium for them,
Mm-hmm.
and it was made with plexiglass though, and wood
Right.
frame. And Clyde would smack his body against that plexiglass.
Yeah. Well, Toby, mine's named after Toby Hooper. Um, Toby will get, during breeding season, you don't want to get around that boy because he will run and run right at you and tail whip you. And
Hell yeah!
when he tail whips you, it hurts.
You ever bit you?
Not yet, but I know there have been
Don't say yet.
Well, I mean, there's always.
You just put that out into the universe. You're in trouble now.
He scratched me plenty of times because he's got these long claws, but not bit me. But I've heard of people that have had to go to the emergency room and be stitched up because their iguana has bitten them.
Yeah.
One girl got bit on the face by her iguana, who was always docile, and she took him out one day and was handling him, and he just started biting into her face.
Remember the woman who got her face ripped off by the monkey? Remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah. She must have had some different perfume or something that day.
Something set him off. But I only noticed Toby getting angry and agitated mainly during breeding season, but he had a big shed here recently where I know it was driving him crazy. It was like a full body shed.
Yeah.
And he had skin coming off of his head and around his body. And he just kept scratching at it and trying to get it off of him. And
is he pretty good size? Or?
Yeah, including his tail, he's got to be, I'd say 2 to 3 feet.
Okay, that's a good size iguana. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's not real wide though. I've seen some people holding their iguanas, and they're massively wide, and he's not. He's got a pretty good belly on him, especially after he eats. He'll be sitting up there, basking after he's eating, that big old belly, and he just looks so proud of himself. Blissful says bearded dragons are amazing. They are amazing animals. I love my bearded dragon too. So Darren says he's watched Grizzly Man. You don't mess with wild animals.
Yeah, they're not your friend.
No. You shouldn't need a movie to know to stay away from it.
You shouldn't, but
just stay away from it.
Says the person that walks around with a ball python around their neck, like I have, And my dad, he swears up and down. He's like, all snakes are poisonous, Dana. That's how he looks at them because he's just so terrified of them. He says I'm crazy for, even having a snake as a pet. And I'm like, he's only bit me twice, and that was not because he was angry. It's because he thought my hand was food. And
you got a boa
ball python.
Ball python. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if I could handle a boa constrictor because those suckers are huge.
Mm-hmm.
Dana, stop using that roast beef scented perfume. You Won't take your food.
Well, what had happened is I had gotten the scent of his food
Yeah.
on my hands, and then I reached into his tank, not thinking, and he struck out because he thought that that was food, and it just felt like being stuck with a needle, kind of. It wasn't too bad. It bled a tiny bit. I had two little puncture wounds on my hand, but other than that, and both times it was because he thought I was food. So, and then when he realized, oh, this isn't food, he just immediately let go. It wasn't like he just kept hanging on or anything.
Right.
Do you feed them those mice in the
I don't.
in the
I,
rice wine? Ain't that
I
right?
don't feed him live rodents, but
Yeah.
I get frozen. He's up to small rats now,
Oh shit. Okay.
and
I didn't see that with the peas and the
Yeah.
frozen broccoli.
I remember a friend of mine had a ball python, and he'd had those mice in the rice wine or whatever.
yeah,
But
never done that. But usually, what I do is I'll take the frozen rat out, put it in a little sandwich baggie, put it in some warm water for about an hour and let it warm up. Then take a hair dryer to it for a little bit, especially to the head. Then you use some tongs. I tell you, don't try to put it barehanded down there. Take tongs and dangle it down there, and he goes after it pretty quickly.
damn.
And will curl around it and sit there for a little bit, and then he'll slowly. It's fascinating to watch him. I know it sounds gross, but
He's got to be intimate. He's got to be intimate with his food.
exactly. And then he'll slowly uncurl, and then he'll start swallowing it head first. Usually, he has swallowed them from the back. I don't know how he does it, but he manages to do it.
Damn.
Dana's next live stream, she's going to be showing how she prepares food.
Yeah. Make a video, Dana.
Holy cow! I don't know.
You know, you would probably get a lot of views on something like that.
Yeah, if you made a video.
Well, there have been people that have actually put videos feeding their snake live animals, and I'm like, I know it sounds like I'm a hypocrite because I'm like, I don't feed them the live ones, but somebody's got to gas these poor ones that I get that are already dead and frozen. But I just, people told me, why don't you feed them one of your rats when I had pet rats? I said, no, I can't do that. But if they come to me already dead, I can do it that way. But
right.
And they say you really shouldn't feed a pet snake a live animal because of how much the rodent can injure the snake. They can injure them pretty good. Of course, if a snake's coming after you trying to eat you, you're going to be trying to fight it and get away.
Yeah.
But Darren says that's twice too much, Dana. Sorry, Darren.
What? Twice too much?
Yeah, don't want to hear about me feeding my pet snake.
No.
Just leave out the biting part.
Yeah, I mean, that's bound to happen if you have reptiles. This is
Sure. Yeah.
So I wasn't really surprised whenever it happened. I was kind of startled at first because it was like, he just struck out at me. And but you ought to, if a snake can have a funny look on his face, my snake did, because it was like, that's weird. That's not food. That was kind of how it seemed, because he just almost immediately let go. And kind of went back into his S position. I call it an S position because when he's getting ready to strike and get food, he will raise up and he looks like he is in the shape of a letter S when he does that. But
for snake.
Yep, or strike or whatever.
Is he like a solid color, or is he like green and black? Or?
He's got a pattern. He's got kind of like a yellowish gold type, brown, black.
Okay.
But he's like pretty standard color because they're all colors of ball pythons. And
Mm-hmm.
those really kind of, I guess, specialized. They breed them to get these designs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Those suckers are super expensive.
Yeah. Imagine like a solid, like a white albino.
Hmm.
Probably insane.
And then there's a piebald ones that look like they're kind of like multicolors, like swirls of colors and stuff like
Oh,
that.
wow.
They're
Neat.
cool looking, but yeah, I couldn't afford one like that. I think Ash. My snake's named Ash after Ash on the Evil Dead.
Really?
Yeah, yes, he is.
Was
I
that
had I had a bearded my first bearded dragon was named Bruce, and he died. I had him for 6 years.
How long they generally live, you know?
Yeah.
They can, some people's only live 6 years. Some people have had theirs for 10 or 15 years. I guess it just all depends. Um, my poor bearded dragon, right before he died, he just basically quit eating. And I took him to the exotic vet, and they, basically indicated that he was dehydrated and stuff. And they gave me some stuff, and I took him home, and he died that night. I didn't even get to, try out the special food and all that stuff that they had given me to give to him. But
Yeah.
so the bearded dragon I got now is named Ernie after the one on the last drive-in.
Ernie too.
Right.
Yeah. Crib Sweeper says, paying big money to have something in your home that would gladly strangle you and eat you crazy. Well, that's why I don't have a humongous snake. I mean, people might think Ash is big, but he's really not, Now, boa constrictors and those, what are they called? Blood pythons. Those things are huge. Yeah. I don't want any of those. But Ash, I think Ash is virtually harmless. He's not big enough that he can swallow a person or anything like that.
I don't want a pet that has something like blood in the title of the description.
Right. But I don't want any spiders because you guys know me and spiders. So I don't understand how people can have tarantulas as pets.
Yeah. And we got wolf spiders.
Ooh, ew. Those are huge too, aren't they, Dirk?
They're pretty. You can get as big as your palm, Yeah.
Oh. Have you ever had them in your house?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I've never seen them in the house. But I let them make it because they'll eat other spiders. So.
They'll probably eat the poisonous ones or something like that, maybe.
We got black widows too. I mean,
I've seen a black widow spider, and I don't want to see it again. Fiddler spiders.
You see that red hourglass on their back?
Yeah. One time, me and my mom, we noticed all these ants, like hundreds of ants streaming out of this stump in Mom and Dad's yard. And we couldn't figure out why. It seemed like they were running from it. And then this black widow spider came out of the stump. That's what they were running from. Damn. And we killed it because we saw that red hourglass, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're no joke. Sure.
Don't want to mess with those. Ooh, camel spiders. Yeah, I've seen pictures of camel spiders, Chris. I don't want to be around them things either. Oh. Golly. Well, guys, I'd love to stay on here late again, but I think I've done the late thing too many times this week. And
yeah, you've been streaming like a demon.
I know. I'm gonna have to slow down or cut back or do something because.
Yeah.
But I told Steve it's become a damn addiction with me. I loved having the interaction with people, and that I think that's what it is. It's not that I think I'm a big deal or that I think I'm popular. It's just the fact of you get to interact with people that like pretty much the same thing that you do, and so it's just fun that way.
Right.
Um,
Yep.
Yeah, you can
but
definitely tell people that are trying to make a job out of it, and people that
yeah,
aren't.
I know I'm never going to be able to quit my job and do this full time. I've accepted that a long time ago. But
Yeah, it's like a hobby,
yeah, exactly. Steve thinks I put too much energy and effort and time and all that stuff. And I'm like, but if I enjoy it, it's not a big deal. Now, if I was doing it and didn't enjoy it, that would be stupid to just keep doing it if you didn't
yeah.
enjoy it. If
If
it
it starts
becomes
to feel like a job, why do it?
exactly, and I think that's how some people treat it. I'm not going to name names, but some people do treat it like a job.
Say their names. Say their names.
Nah, I done got my hand slapped for saying other stuff that I thought was pretty innocent. So don't do that anymore.
I'm gonna barely say something, but there's a whole other community on Facebook of people that watch drama shit, and it's
hmm
like between people, like
Oh yeah.
content creators drama, like bitching about each other's videos and shit. It's like, what in the hell is this shit?
I mean,
But
I might say something,
yeah,
occasionally, but I try not to bitch too much because what I always say is, these people that kind of I don't want to say ride on the coattails because that's not the right word. But people that kind of try to push their way into other people's channels and stuff,
yeah,
I want to say to those people, it's fine if you get invited on. Like you guys came on because I invited people on here and you came on and you
yeah,
don't act like jerks when you're on here. So it's all good. But people that don't wait to be invited or they have been invited and they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And you want to say to those people, why don't you go and create your own channel? You can do your own thing on it. You can invite whoever you want on it. I just think that works out better that
yeah,
way, unless you're already established like Dead Pit. Like, they have established people and then they have guests on sometimes. But basically, it started out, the core was CK and Uncle Bill. Now they have Garrett on some, they have Steve on, they have other people on
right,
at certain points in times. But you don't see anybody, or I hope not, see anybody trying to push their way into Dead Pit headquarters, I guess
right.
would be the thing. And
I don't think that would happen though.
no, I don't think they would let it happen, even if somebody was trying to do it. But
Yeah,
um, you know, I felt like, not by any of you guys that are in here now, but I felt, like one or two people over time have been kind of trying to push. And again, I'm not going to say names, but it's TJ's. Some people may know who I'm talking about, but anyway,
I'm trying to deduce.
I'm just going to leave it alone there. But I just have a problem with people like that do that instead of going and creating something on their own. And it's not that hard to create your own
no,
channel on YouTube. And as
not at
long
all.
as you basically follow the rules, you're going to get to keep your channel.
Yeah,
And
and I don't know what the rules are exactly, but
I don't think anybody knows the rules now because I think YouTube keeps changing the rules all
yeah,
the
they
time.
keep
But
Yeah.
making that bar a little higher.
yeah, exactly.
But
Well, what with the whole writers and actors strike, they might start going to YouTube,
yeah,
trying for more entertainment because
it
we're
is
not
the new
we won't
entertainment.
get in for TV and movies for a while. So
If you think about it, it is taking like place of so. I mean, people don't watch TV anymore, really.
I mean, yeah,
They watch
Not really. And
YouTube.
people don't go to the movies a lot anymore.
Right.
And Steve said said tonight. He said, I what was he saying? He said something about, oh, well, he watched that new Mission Impossible movie, not a completely legitimate way. I'll just say that. But he said, I could have went and paid money to go sit in the movie theater, but instead I chose to just stay at home
Yeah.
and watch it.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of other people got the same idea. It's not worth it to them to go to the movie theaters anymore. So they'll watch something on Peacock, or I'm not saying everybody's downloading stuff illegally and watching it. I'm just saying some people will watch it when they come out on these streaming services, Peacock and uh,
Yeah, that started
whatever.
during the COVID stuff with
Yeah.
Halloween Kills, I think, right? Something.
Hmm.
I think it
Yeah.
was one of them. You could peacock it, or you could go to the damn theater.
Well, people are so freaking annoying at the movie theater anymore. I
Yeah,
will say that I still love to go to the
I
movies.
always go to the first show though. I do on a Saturday. That's
Hmm.
that's the key. Go to the first show on a Saturday. You
Hmm.
can avoid a
Hmm.
lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
So when I went, I'm thinking about when I went to see Boogeyman recently. There were these. I know they were teenage girls, and this movie was only PG-13. It wasn't like it was rated R. So there were bound to be some of them in there, but oh my God, I wanted to scream at them to shut up, but I bit my tongue. They spent the whole nearly first half of the movie giggling and laughing and talking. And I wanted to say, why are you here? Why did you pay money to come into a movie when you're not going to pay one bit of attention to it? And you're annoying the shit out of me who's trying to watch it. And then, but I don't understand that. And Steve was looking at me like I was crazy. But when we went to see The Conjuring, and there was that kid that was all of maybe 11 in there with his mom or whoever, that kid was annoying the shit out of Steve talking all the time. So I had to switch seats with Steve so he could get away from that kid
Have
before he
you ever been
started
to
telling that kid, "Will you shut the fuck up?" That's what I was told he was gonna
Have you
do.
ever
But,
been to the movies and just people laughing at everything?
oh
Like,
yeah,
When it's not even funny. Yeah, I hate
that's
those
what
people.
these girls were doing during Boogeyman. There was a serious scene, and they
yeah,
were
yeah, just laugh at
just
every
all
damn
the time.
thing. Like, come on.
Oh
Uh,
man. Okay, so I guess, well, Blissful says, Dana, Dirk, TJ, awesome live, and the chat was great. Well, thank you, Blissful. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
appreciate it.
Um, but I am going to have to get off here, and I'm sure Dirk's got to get some rest. TJ's got to get some rest.
Yep.
All you guys and gals in the chat got
I'll
to
just
get.
put on House by the Cemetery and fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll,
and
I'll probably
Dirk
put
can put,
Don.
yeah, he can put Don the Dead.
Yeah,
Put
there
the
you
Romero cut on.
go.
Oh, man. I could put Exorcist 2 in. That would probably make me go to
A
sleep.
tap dance will wake you up.
Just put the James Earl Jones scenes in a loop.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, I want to thank TJ and Dirk for being on here with me. It makes it a lot more fun than just my boring ass talking over these movies when I have at least one, maybe two people in here.
That's
Um,
not boring. But
I know when I'm talking by myself, it's got to be boring at least some of the time because I'm just in here just rambling on about scene after scene after scene. And
people
yeah,
are tuning in. You're doing something right.
Yeah, keep coming back for more. Hey,
yeah, they. I don't know.
right?
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop here. I don't get it. I'm happy that people are coming in and enjoying it, but
Don't think about it too much. Don't
Yeah.
think about
yeah,
it
it's
too much.
better not to think about it too much, is it?
Yeah. It's all
But
working out.
thank everybody for coming in here tonight and joining us for Sleepaway Camp. Um, I'm going to try to at least have some things coming up this coming week. including, I guess me and TJ's going to try to cover those last 11 episodes on Wednesday for Friday the 13th, the series. And we'll see if we can make it under 4 hours this time.
I'm telling you, 5 minutes. I'm going to have a timer. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
TJ's
per-
gonna-
5 minutes per episode, so we'll be done in an hour.
Okay, so anyway, like I always say, I'm going to skedaddle on out of here for the night, and I will see everyone on the flip side. TJ, Dirk, you guys have a great
Night, guys.
All
Night,
right.
Everybody
Dirk.
in the chat,
Dana,
have a great
everybody.
night.
Y'all take care.
And Darren, have a good morning too, because I'm sure
Yeah.
you're getting in the wee morning hours. And Gizmo too, if he's still in here.
Yeah.
But anyway, night, guys. See you
Y'all
next
take
time.
care. Chris C. Bless for everybody.